Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. Not a whole lot in the way of announcements other than that partner variation of Battle of the Horns is going to start next Monday. So you need a partner in a different division than you, and we're going to treat it very similar to the other one. You show up, you get points for each variation of the workout you do. All the points are written up on the right side of that whiteboard on the flag wall, but you got a week to figure out who you want to partner up with. And if you end up struggling to find a partner, just come and talk to me. I'll help you with people who also are struggling to find a partner and pair you up. We did decide that if you were, say, RX and you wanted to partner with someone who's RX, we're going to allow that. But one of you has to do a comp variation, and one of you does RX each day. One of your partnership has to go comp. Does that make sense? So let's say Josh and I are both RX and we partner up. Today, he's going to go RX, I'm going to go comp. Tomorrow, he could go comp, I can go RX. We can mix and match that however we want. But we both can't go RX and go for wins or anything like that. We can both only win in our own divisions. Any questions on any of that? We'll go farther into it as we get closer to the end of the week. Cool. So this is a normal week, but we are down to our 1 rep maxes. So our warm-up's a little extra important. So we're going to do a new one today. So we got 4 minutes of cardio. Then we're going to do one that, this is probably not the official name, but they're all just names that are made up anyway. This is box pigeon reach. I wanted to make it something y'all could remember. You're going to put your leg up on a box in this pigeon position. Probably not a rotating stool. But put your leg up on there, and then you're going to reach down in between your legs. So you're going to find a box that is a comfortable height for you. Some of you that may be really low. Some of you might be able to go 30 inches. But you're going to put your leg up on there sideways and then reach down like you're reaching for your straight leg. And then you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. It stretches all over the place. It's a really great one. Then you're going to do 30 seconds of banded bicep stretch. That's the same one we've been doing on Mondays. So the one where you grab and lean. Lean your head, rotate your arm until you feel a good stretch through the bicep or even pec and shoulder. Then you're going to do the face pulls and chest pulls, so 10 nice and low and to the face. You want to make sure your hands are overhand, not underhand. If you go underhand, you're just going to get lower lats. We're trying to get upper back and warm up those shoulder blades, so you've got to have your hands rotated over to get that. And while you're pulling, you also, when you get close to the chest or the face, you want to pull apart. That pulling apart really helps you to be able to squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you just pull towards you, it's real easy to just shrug your traps up and do some arm work. But we're actually trying to program the opposite of that. We're trying to help you get out of arm work and get your traps, rhomboids, and lats all firing down and low. So you have to kind of come towards yourself and apart at the bottom. And the same thing at the face. You're coming towards yourself and apart, but it's an overhand grip. So 10 of each of those. Then we're going into clean and jerk, same as we've been doing on Mondays. Except for now, we are doing 1 rep every 90 seconds. Take that bar from the ground. You can squat clean, you don't have to. And you can split jerk or push jerk. So either way you want to attack that, that's up to you. But you're just going to do 1 rep. And just to be clear, that is not a limit. If on your early rounds, when you're going light, if you want to do 2 reps and get some more warm-up reps in, you're more than welcome to. What 1 rep means is we're recording our 1 rep max at the end. So in your first couple of rounds, if you want to do 2 reps or 3 reps, you're more than welcome to do that. I definitely will, because by the time I get to round 10, that's not enough warm-up reps for me to be up to my max. So I'll probably do sets of 2 on my first 2 or 3 rounds just to get my body really used to the movement, get my timing down, work on my positions before I start really going up in weight. But you can attack it by singles if you want, or you could do some more reps in the earlier rounds. It's totally up to you. But this is a technical movement that is mixed with strength, speed, and stability. So you've got to get all that stuff kind of fine-tuned before you're at a weight that is starting to give you a struggle, right? So if you're struggling with technique and weight at the same time, it's probably not going to be a PR day for you, right? So work all the kinks out while it's light. Even when it is light, pretend that you're lifting as if it's your heaviest load. Make your technique the same as the way you want to finish it. But it's 1 rep every 90 seconds. And then you'll record your heaviest single rep. Then we've got some kettlebell work. We're going to do a 10-minute AMRAP. Reps are nice and simple today because everything is 10. You're going to do 10 Russian kettlebell swings. That's the half one that goes up to the shoulder height. Arms have to be straight. It's a good idea to keep your head and chest up. That's going to keep your spine in a better position and help you use more legs and hips. Then you're going to do a Russian twist. It's a good one, but it's one of my least favorite. But you're going to lean backwards, grab that kettlebell, touch the ground, bring it over, touch. One of the downsides of us using competition and workouts as a motivator is that it frequently causes us to short reps and get less out of each movement than we could. If you were just in here focused on training muscles, you would rotate your torso as far as you could every time. But a lot of us are trying to go fast, so we're doing this little thing, which really means we're just moving a weight. We're burning some calories, but very, 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 very little abs. You've got to rotate your torso and be leaning back in order to get a lot of abs out of it. If you stay facing forward and just work this up and down, which this is what a lot of guys do, they grab like this. You're avoiding all that ab work, and you're just using your traps and shoulders to do this. If you get your hands down underneath here and force your body to do the rotating, yeah, you're going to get some bicep work out of it, but you're going to get a lot more abdominal work by working on that rotation. So you got to pick and choose. Are you trying to win today, or are you trying to target those abs? Because if you're trying to win, your range of motion is going to be real short and ineffective. You're still burning calories, right? But you're not necessarily targeting that muscle as much. And then the last one is just a kettlebell step over. This is kind of like a little breather between the two. Just going to step over. You want your high knee. You want your foot to go over the kettlebell. So none of this, right? You're more athletic than that. None of this, right? Over the kettlebell. That's all there is to it. It's just a quick breather. Stand up tall, catch your breath while you're doing those 10 reps, then start the next round. Rounds are going to go relatively quickly, so it should be quite a few rounds in 10 minutes. Weights are normal standard, 70, 53, 53, 35, 35, 26. Any questions on any of that? Sweet, let's warm up. We got 4 minutes of cardio. I'll give y'all just a second and start that warm up. Whichever you can do.